How important is personal branding for young professionals? Could you share some steps on how they can build their own personal brand from scratch?
So I love the area of personal branding because you could be the Rolex of graphic designers, you could be the Mercedes of videographers, you could be the big brand, the Apple of content writers, right? You can build something that will give you tremendous value over the years. And that's the beauty of personal branding and the fact that it's been made a lot easier thanks to social media, thanks to all these tools we have available, which are very democratic tools in the sense that we all have access to them. In the sense that I have free access to a tool like LinkedIn, just like you do. I have free access to YouTube, just like you do. So it's a very level playing ground, right? All you need is a good internet connection, lots of creativity, and you can build a personal brand. You could be a graphic designer, a content writer, a solopreneur, any field. You could be a doctor, a lawyer, and you can build a personal brand, and it will give you immense advantage. You could be working for a company. You could be an employee of a company and still build a personal brand and still have advantage. How to do it? Let's jump into it. Some very simple actionable points. Number one, start with something free available tools like a decent LinkedIn profile. Now, your LinkedIn profile should be like, and this is for young people still in college or starting out, looking for first jobs. Be careful of the photograph that you choose. It should be something that reflects professionalism. Don't use selfies. Don't use something that's not appropriate for a professional networking forum, right? So get a decent professionally shot headshot. Use that. Get help if you need to write a proper description of how you can add value, what your experience is, what your specialization is, what you can do for other people. And then start posting. LinkedIn, just having an account will not do anything for you. Start posting, start commenting on other people, start adding value, start conversations, share your views, hopefully not about something controversial, but share your views about what's happening in the world. Share your story, who you are, where you come from, what your dreams are, what your fears are, what your apprehensions are, what your achievements are. Try not to use social media always for self-promotion. It is good once in a while if you have an achievement, you won an award or something, it's fine. But if you use it also to add value, and that's where the beauty comes in. That's how you build a personal brand. If you are able to solve the problems of other people through the resources available to you, such as LinkedIn, such as YouTube, such as Instagram, etc., or short videos, if you're able to solve my problem, guess what? I want to follow you. If I want to speak well and you have a video out there on YouTube free of cost that I can learn from, I want to follow you. And that's how you get followers. And that's how you build a personal brand. Not always about, oh, this is Simerjeet Singh and this is what I've done. These are my qualifications and you should all fall in love with me. Maybe that's 5%, 10% of your online strategy. But a good 80% should be about value addition. What are we bringing to the table? So adding value, being a problem solver. This will work well on building a personal brand. It will work well on helping your business flourish. If you're able to solve problems of other people, people are going to love you. Guess what? Because most people, they run away from problems. They need help, right? And once there's somebody available who has helped them solving problems, suddenly there's a lot of people who seek your time and attention. And that's when you build a personal brand. When people seek your time and your attention and your skills, you're now becoming a brand. Be a lifter. I divide human beings into two categories, lifters and leaners. Okay, so there are the lifters. You spend time with the lifters, you feel good. You're like, wow, life is good. No tension, right? I'm happy, everybody's happy, I can make things happen. You spend time with the leaner, they'll start one problem after another, and one complaint after another. And slowly you went into that conversation like this, and slowly you're like, oh, okay, that's a leaner leaning on you. But if you're a lifter, if you're somebody who can lift the emotions of other people, you will build a brand for yourself. Because building a brand requires people wanting to spend time with you, wanting to hear from you, people holding you in high esteem, people valuing your credibility. Those are the things. Conflict resolution. Again, if you can help, whether at a workplace setting or whether in a professional setting, if you can help two people resolve a conflict, if you can be the middle person who can, party A was fighting with another party B, and now you're able to sit them both on a table and help them reach an agreement, you're becoming a brand, my friend. You're becoming a leader in that process. Share your stories, your achievements, your ambitions. All of those things will be part of your online messaging, your online marketing, telling people who you are, and not just achievements, but also the struggles behind it, also the difficult parts behind it, also the hard work you've done to be there. And that's when people can relate to you. Relatability is huge, by the way. Make a note of that. If people can relate with you and see you leading, see you ahead, they say, this guy from a middle class family, from a small town just like myself, and he's done so well, maybe I can do the same. And when they start thinking like that, that's always a great start. Stand for something. That's how you build a brand. Stand for your values. Like I stand for optimism, that the world is a great place to be in. Your life, you have tremendous opportunities. You can change your life by changing your thinking. You can change your health by changing your thoughts. I stand for those things. Now, there might be people who may disagree with me, but I still have to stand for something. I still have to stand for something. So figure out, what do you stand for? And add value through that, whether it is service, quality, or intelligence. And finally, to end this short video on personal branding, give before you ask. Always give before you ask, right? People build a personal brand thinking, I've built a personal brand. I have 10,000 followers on LinkedIn or Instagram. Let me start them selling something. I don't think that's a good strategy, right? You've jacked up through online advertisement. You have more followers now, and you suddenly start selling something. No, build some credibility with them. Give them value, and then you can ask. And that's how, in the entire process, you will, over the long period of time, build a personal brand. But remember, before I close, one very important thing. Don't ever take it for granted. Credibility, what people think about you, in what esteem they hold you, this is a very fragile thing. So make sure you live your life in alignment with your brand. A lot of people will just create a brand and their life will be completely opposite. You can fool some of the people some of the time. You cannot fool all of the people all of the time. Thank you for tuning in.